What's up, everybody? Steven here. We're back to yet another reaction. Today we are hopping into Gilmore Girls episode number 2 of season number 3 called Haunted Leg. Hopefully it's a great episode. Hopefully it's a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series. So previous episode, of course, Rory came back from her Washington trip. Jesse has a new girlfriend. Lorelai told Emily and Richard about the whole situation with Christopher and how he's going to be a new dad. I really hated their reaction. I already hated Richard's reaction to it. Lorelai and Luke appeared to have made up. Luke kind of just, took one for the team to just not, because Lorelai was so hurt. And, he knew that being mad at him would piss her off. So, not piss her off, but just make her life even miserable, I guess, or hurtful. And Rory decided that she's going to stay with Dean. So, that ought to be great. Other than that, that's where we're at. We're going to hop in here, have a good time. So, let's get started. Pretty much. Like, comment, subscribe. Here we go.
Oh, Mom, why don't you tell Grandma about the mouse?
What mouse?
Mom.
There's a mouse at the inn.
Is the place dirty?
No, it's just surrounded by this thing called nature, and mice happen.
Mice carry diseases, you know.
It's a tiny little field mouse, Mom.
You simply dumped it on us and walked out. I hardly think that's fair.
Mom, it doesn't matter. It's over. Let's just move on, okay? We came here to have a nice evening, so come on. Let's have it.
Side mashed potatoes.
Thanks, Luke.
Thanks.
How's the cold coming?
It's fine.
Noodle soup and mashed potatoes?
It's
Is that
fine.
like a...
It's the third day in a row you've ordered soup for breakfast.
Oh, thanks for the tally.
Hey.
Oh, this is literally all they do. Okay.
So?
Ladies and gentlemen, an entire conversation in 10 words or less.
True meeting of the minds.
Hey,
So,
your boyfriend's
Please don't
here.
hate me, but
I have a delivery for Suki.
Oh, wow. Anything good?
No, just some wedding photos.
Great. Well, she stepped out for a minute, but I'll take him to her.
Can't do that because
I
he's
swear,
very...
I'll give him to her.
Isn't he?
We've known each other for a good amount of time now. Our paths have crossed professionally and socially a number of times, all with relatively pleasant results. And, well, I was just wondering if you would like to have dinner with me.
Oh.
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
I heard you have a cold. I think 2 weeks isn't...
Kirk, wait.
By the way, I think you might be the prettiest girl I've ever seen. Outside of a really filthy magazine.
Oh, that's...
I didn't get a chance to talk to you.
I got home at 10 and you
Kurt.
were already asleep.
Well, I was trying to watch The Legend of Bagger Vance again.
Okay, what did I miss?
Okay. Kirk asked me out.
Shut up.
Yesterday, he came to the inn and asked me to dinner.
It's cute that he asked you, but it is a
Stop.
It's funny.
It's not funny. It's bad. I have to see this guy. He works at every business in town. I can't get away from him.
Well, then you should marry him and move in with his mother.
Is it about Vince Foster?
It's about Grandma.
Oops.
She's coming today.
No.
Mom, I'm sorry. She found out about it. She called.
And you said yes?
She's my grandmother.
So?
So what am I supposed to say?
Say, sorry, Grandma, but if my mother sees you, she'll run screaming down the hall.
You'll be sitting there listening to the ceremony. You hardly have to talk at all.
Rory.
Okay, great. You can sit there and you can put your purse on that chair to save it for Grandma.
Oh, yeah, great idea.
Mom,
Fine, yes, saving the seat. There, all saved.
thank you. Now, I'll meet you right outside afterwards, okay?
Okay, I just want you to remember 3 things while you're sitting up there. I love you, you're the greatest kid in the world, and you're in a skirt. Keep your knees closed.
Lorelai,
Hi, Mom.
could have put your handbag there to save my seat, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you. Assemblies like this.
Is Rory coming out?
That's what she said.
You went out the back, left you guys alone.
It's a nice ceremony.
Yes, it was.
Long.
Very long.
Lunch or something.
Lorelai, I was wondering if we could have lunch.
Lunch.
Yes, just the 2 of us.
Oh, well,
Tomorrow would be good for me.
tomorrow. Lunch tomorrow, lunch with you tomorrow.
Stated that skirts must be no higher than 3/4 of an inch above the knee. That's it. Any higher, the student gets written up. I propose to put to an immediate vote an amendment to raise hemlines an additional 1.5 inches.
Hemlines.
That's right.
That's the major issue on the senior class's mind?
It's one of the major issues, yes.
Well, okay.
Oh, yep, I figured this was going to happen.
Hi. Nice of you to join us.
Francie,
No, I talk. Okay? Great. Now let's discuss Paris.
What about her?
She seems to have the very strange idea that she's actually in charge around here. And any other issue that I bring up for the rest of the year. Otherwise, I'll make her so ineffectual she'll make Jimmy Carter look like Martin Sheen.
I would have been all
We're
for
supposed
it.
to be representing the interest of the student body. We are not supposed to be brokering backdoor deals and pushing
Vice President.
How am I supposed to tell
I
her?
am not conferring with you. A hand came out of the bathroom and pulled me in.
What are you talking about? You sought me out.
I would have been so for her if she wasn't so intense and about ruining Paris. But Paris is intense. Too intense.
I'm meeting someone for lunch.
Oh, Kirk?
What?
You mean Kirk?
Why would you say that?
Well, I know he asked you out, so I just assumed. Talking incessantly, but we both agreed that there's nothing like some good loving to shut a person up, if you know what I mean.
I'm sorry. Can you bring me a sharper fork? I'm not sure this one will go all the way through your hand.
Okay, now I know it's new, so you probably don't want to.
Oh my God, she walks in with you throwing a fork.
Why are you throwing cutlery in a public place?
Because I'd feel stupid doing it at home.
I'm sorry I'm late. There was a little traffic on the way. Perhaps had I been on time, there would still be the possibility of soup.
Onion rings and a cherry Coke.
Any pie today?
No thanks.
Cutting back a little, huh? Trying to look good for the big day. Smart. Very smart.
Make sure you check that frying oil with your face.
Situation
This is turning
explode.
into
You two
arguments.
belong together. It took you years to figure that out. Now that you finally have it, you can't let it
Breathe,
go away
Lorelai,
just because of a
breathe.
little complication.
Mom, his girlfriend is pregnant. That is more than a little complication.
Women have gotten pregnant since the beginning of time, Lorelai.
And before I resort to the totally called for duh, please tell me what your point is.
This woman is trying to trap him. Don't you see that? You can't let that out on me.
Mom, I am not going to discuss this with you now or ever. I would love for you to respect that, but I know you. So give Christopher my love.
A family life doesn't just happen, Lorelai. You have to work for it. You have to fight for it.
What proposal?
You know, the higher hemlines.
Oh, right. No, not yet.
Okay. I guess I can wait. For a while.
Patience is a virtue. Meeting adjourned.
How is Rory supposed to tell Paris what to do without it coming off like they're going to ruin you?
Would make me beloved?
It's certainly a step in that direction.
All right, I'll push it through.
Good.
But the next genius who comes up with a brilliant plan to put an Elizabeth Arden in the chemistry class can bite my ass.
Yeah. All right, well, that's the first time. Now, how often is this fancy girl going to keep? Hey, for your date with Luke?
You
I mean, with Kurt?
She's done this to me for the last time. From now on, I'm not giving her any info that it might be her.
Well, I doubt you'd call when we're supposed to be over in half an hour.
Hello? Hello?
The answering machine confused him.
Yeah.
And that's the guy who likes me.
I'd consider adoption if I were you.
My life's...
Thank you, Sarah. Oops, big bell. Sarah, the salad,
Ooh,
Sarah.
Big Bell.
Pass the wine, Lorelai.
You want a straw with that?
You're
Wait, who's
enjoying
coming
this?
over? Oh my God,
Well,
is it Christopher? Is it Christopher?
Laura, I need to talk to you.
Chris, what are you doing here?
You won't return my calls.
Did you do this?
I knew you'd be here.
I did not do this.
You gave me no choice.
After I told you to just stay out of it.
Lorelai, I did not do this.
You have to go.
I'm not going until you talk to me.
What's happening?
Christopher, I'm not keeping Rory from you.
Oh, really? Then why hasn't she called me back, huh? I mean, no
Oh,
matter where
that's
you
on
and I
her.
have been in our lives, my daughter has always called me back, until now.
Hey, listen to me.
I didn't call you back because I didn't want to. Mom had nothing to do with it. Promise me. You promised me at Suki's wedding that this was going to work, that you were going to be there. You promised me.
Honey,
Oh,
please
shit.
understand.
No, right now. I've got Mom. That's all I need. Go be somebody else's dad.
Don't
Wow,
say that.
I'm
what
going
the?
upstairs.
Life caused this very pleasant moment we're sharing.
That has nothing to do with this.
Oh, what? Chris, man, what do you want from me?
I want to talk.
About what?
I don't know. I don't like how things are.
But that's how they are. Because it hurts. Talking to you really hurts. Standing here right now is killing me, okay? Don't you understand that?
Christopher,
Get out.
I think you'd better go now.
Emily,
Leave now. Please. Something's burning.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, he's got it. Is that a bike? What the hell? Where's your car?
Chris. Give it time. Hey, Kirk.
Lorelai, I know you haven't made up your mind yet, and I'm not here for an answer. I just need to know, are you allergic to tuna?
No.
No. Good. Thank you very much.
Kirk, I have made up my mind.
You have?
Yeah.
Already?
Yes.
And it's fully formed?
Yes, it is.
You don't need any other information?
No, I don't.
'Cause I-
So I have to say no. I'm sorry.
Was the tuna inquiry too personal?
Oh, no. I thought it was very thoughtful.
You sure you won't feel like it anytime soon?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yes? Yep, figured.
Doing a little shopping?
Yes? Excuse me.
What are you doing?
Why the cold shoulder?
No cold shoulder, I just have perishables here.
Oh, yeah, you want to get home before that beefaroni goes bad.
Well, great. That's great. Really, it's great.
So I've heard.
Well, it is.
Are you upset about something?
Yeah,
No?
you can't be
I
mad.
mean, me and Shane.
What about you and Shane?
I don't know. It didn't exactly bring a smile to your face. Seemed to me like you're still pretty together. I half expected you to break into a barn and put on a show.
When did you see me with Dean?
At that stupid summer insanity plea the town put on?
I'm surprised you could see anything with Shane's head plastered to your face.
You didn't answer me.
Yes, I'm still with Dean, yes.
Glad to hear it.
Glad to tell you.
See you around.
Whatever.
Right back at you.
Oh man, this is. I think Dean wasn't here because that was awkward as hell.
Hey, I'm just gonna.
Okay. That went from a 7 to 8. Well, very strong 8, almost a 9 for me because of the ending. Really love like the last 10 minutes of this episode. Like a lot. Love the Rory Jess situation. Love the Lorelai Christopher situation. And I love them just because the acting was great. The back and forth dialogue was great. And I think that's what this show does. When it does it so well. Like, I mean, the show always has great dialogue, but like those moments are great. I don't know about you guys, but for a second there, I thought Christopher was gonna grab Lorelai and put his hands on her, and I was gonna woo, because he just seemed so intense and he was sweaty and he just I was all over the place. I'm like, would he grab her in a very aggressive manner? I don't know, but I was getting that vibe. Yeah, I loved it. Like, I kind of want to give it a 9, just because I love the ending so much. Like, the ending to me was like a 9 or like a 10. It makes me want to raise the episode, because everything else before the episode was pretty damn good. Like I said, 7 to 8. I was like, oh, this is a pretty solid good episode. I very much enjoy this. And then that ending happened, and I'm kind of like, holy shit, this is all amazing. So, what to give it? What to give it? I don't know. I want to give it a 9. Maybe I just give it a 9. We'll go through the episode. I mean, the Kirk stuff was funny. The Paris stuff was good. It's a 9. Fuck it. It's a 9. I think it's a 9. It's great. It's a great episode. Loved it. And I'm very excited for the season now. I mean, the first episode was pretty good. I think I gave it an 8, but I'm excited for the storylines that are going to come from the season. I don't know how often the Christopher storyline will come into play, but I'm very excited. The Paris thing is interesting because, like I said, she's very intense, right? And I was all on that Fancy, whatever her name, Fancy. I was on her side. And then she went all straight up crazy. I was like, oh shit, now I can't be on your side either because you're a bit too intense. But I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Because at first it was like, oh, maybe she just wants one thing, but I think she's going to come into play and kind of constantly be using Rory to get what she wants, for Rory to protect Paris. And then that'll probably turn into an argument later. Paris will be like, I didn't need your help or something. We'll see. Maybe it won't turn into anything, but who knows? We'll break it down. We start off at the beginning, of course. Things aren't good because the last time we spoke, we dropped the bombshell about Christopher, and Emily was mad. Richard was mad. Everything was not great. And what was the last thing she said? At least she had a husband to shoot. So, that's something. We're here for breakfast, like we always are. And in comes Shane, is her name, and Jess, and their dialogue is very minimal. But what it is. And look, that's crazy, right? We're getting so much Jess and Dean literally walked in and said, "Sorry, I already ate breakfast." That was his line. Then there's like a whole rodent situation, and then Kirk asks Lorelai on a date. Yes, Kirk, who works at every job he can in town, who's very all over the place. He asked her on a date. That is definitely something. We then hop over to, her not saying no, and, her not knowing what to do. She talks to Rory. Rory laughs about it. A bunch of fun and shenanigans are had where Rory's making fun of her because, Kirk is Kirk, and he is definitely unique. We then have her something about the like student body council wearing thingy. So we're all there. Paris, of course, takes it intense. He asked Lorelai to go to lunch over there, and then we have the first meeting, and Paris talks the entire time, and you don't really get to know one another, and things aren't good. Because Fancy, that's her name, wants to do something about skirts, which Paris doesn't care about that stuff. Paris only cares about the hard-hitting stuff. He then gets... Wait, is this stuff with Kurt? What's happening?
You could accidentally have a bite of a stuffed pork chop that changes your entire...
Not sure what they were talking about. But we get Rory getting pulled in by Fancy. And yeah, it's very much like a mob. They pull her in, they tell her what's gonna happen, what needs to happen, or one of those where like, you're gonna do what we need you to do, or we're gonna hurt your friend. Or make her life a living hell if she doesn't do what we say. So we need you to convince her to do the right thing. Very great dialogue back and forth. Makes so much sense, right? Because the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is same writer, same creator, and the dialogue in that show is amazing as well. So, like, I'm so like, I don't know why I'm so shocked that the dialogue is so good. We go here, there's a bunch of banter, and Luke, Lorelai, about Kirk, and we're like, okay, is this just a regular lunch, a regular nice little lunch with mom? And she says it is, and then out of nowhere, bam, I called Christopher to an argument. She's upset. It's like, you and Christopher belong together. He still loves you. It's all this stuff, right? We got a bunch of stuff. Paris again is not caring about stuff with Fancy. And then we then get Rory kind of saying why Paris should do the stuff with the skirt, because it'll look good and people will be loved and you'll be respected and all this stuff. And she gives a good point. Paris takes her up on it, and we are making fun of Kirk some more, going to dinner. There's a maid that isn't very good, and have to hop to dinner, and everything's going not great because the maid isn't great. And then in walks Christopher, which came out of left field. Upset. So let me get this straight. Christopher left Lorelai, or whatever the other girl's name is. They're having a baby together, and they're getting married. Okay. Seems to me like Christopher made a choice. Okay. Then he comes here and he's not happy with his choice, and he still wants to make it work with Lorelai. Then Lorelai says, "Are you still doing all of these other 3 things?" And he says, "Yes." So explain to me how that works. Where he wants to be with Lorelai while also still having a baby with his other girl. This was such an intense argument that I really, really thought
I never ever...
that this was going to turn into him grabbing her. And then he's upset because he thinks that Lorelai pinned Rory against him, which is not the case. Rory made her own decision. And then Rory comes in, says that she's the one that's mad. She's the one that hasn't returned your phone calls because he promised her that this time it was going to work. And I love that he's yelling, and then Billy comes in and tells him to leave, and great stuff. Then we have the Kirk thing, so some comedy, some awkwardness. And then we get the Jess situation. And as much as I hate it, this is right. Rory kissed him and then disappeared. So, didn't call, didn't write, didn't do anything. And then he wanted, he's like, "Did you want me to wait like Dean would?" So I get that part from Jess. And at this point, Jess is already who Jess is. Everything that happens from this point forward, when it comes to her and Dean, the whole fucked up situation is going to be Rory's fault. I mean, it's been half of her fault before because she's just constantly putting herself in these situations by being naive, but this is 100% your fault. He has a girl. You have a boyfriend. That's it. But it's not gonna be that. Walks out and she's mad. So that's the episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Patreon for the full reaction. Uncut episodes over there if you want them. If you don't, totally cool. Episodes here whenever they show up. But I'm gonna get out of here. I will talk to you guys later.